Alright, everyone, we're back. I am a very tired boy. We need to talk to everyone and figure out what to do next. This might just be an RP talking episode, we'll see. Can't fast travel. That's lovely. Because clearly we're in danger. This evil area where we murdered everything in sight, we can't fast travel from. And you know what? At this point, I'm convinced this body doesn't mean anything anymore. I shouldn't have taken it with me.
Orin was a monster, whatever her form. Suppose growing up somewhere like this would make a monster of anyone.
Good riddance to the shape changer. Couldn't have happened to a worse wretch.
Hells take that Baal freak. She would have bled the whole world just for the fun of it. We've got her Netherstone now. One step closer to getting the Netherbrain under control.
I would be lying if I told you I was certain we would walk out of that temple alive. We faced Baal there once before, and I was not ready to count on luck a second time. But luck had no part in it. Just you. And now it is Gortash's turn. We'll need his stone to finish this, however you plan to acquire it. So let us go pay Lord Lyre a visit.
Another Baal spawn buried by our hand. Baal should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter.
Orin's dead, which means we have taken one step closer to slaughtering the fetid Elderbrain.
That's Orin dealt with. Good riddance. Now that we have her Netherstone, we're one big step closer to finishing this. Once and for all.
I don't understand why, like, Shadowheart's face has the most trouble loading in out of everyone whenever we're talking.
Baal's chosen has been bled. May her torment be tenfold of that which she inflicted.
Okay, I guess that's it for the usual catch-up, but now that he is, baby boy has returned home.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
So are we not going to just discuss what happened? Or is this like catching up? Because I guess theoretically you could have other people kidnapped.
Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts. There have been difficulties. Some initiates harbor too much admiration for Korga's course of action. Francesca will do what she must to rid them of such notions. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader. I thought that would be the case once, yet perhaps the Grove will not need me. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one. Just my pride. I can't believe I allowed myself to be knocked unconscious and spirited away like that. Impressive that she managed to move my bulk, come to think of it. I wonder how that was managed. But in either case, it seems I was insensible for much of my ordeal. Small mercies. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
Is that it?
The blight that was Orin has been purged from
There's
the world.
this.
And we have another Netherstone also. A significant step towards stopping this evil once and for all.
Right, I guess that's that. Awesome. I don't suppose you got anything new, Mizora.
Ready and waiting.
Yeah, that's all you do is wait. I'm willing to bet this kid has nothing new either. We've been ignoring you for a very long time.
I brought my own pairing knife.
Yeah. Just go away, kid.
What is it, my friend?
Seems like we got no more real updates right now. So then, back to the city. Wonder if we can find the Holophant to meet up with him and talk about everything that happened. Oh, the quest markers for the murders are gone. That's good. We can just not worry about that. Oh, Carrion is still missing. Hold on. He was supposed to be somewhere in the sewers? Oh, these are all of our allies. Awesome. Okay. Orpheus. So yeah, we gotta just get back into the area. Not doing that. Oh, so I guess we should probably update the guild girl, the guild master about what happened. We still need to go find the Steel Watch. We actually kind of abandoned that quest a while back, unintentionally. Dribbles is Dribbles. If we find him, we find him. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. So yeah, his hideout is supposed to be somewhere down... I'll look into that later. Cazador's Palace. Cazador! Should we touch that next? Or should we just linger and do side things this episode? Why is this still here? This has to be a glitch. Like, we've been done with this dude. That's annoying. Okay, so Shadowheart still has her parents to deal with. Yes, you're tied with Gortash. That's on hold. That is... So all we really have left right now... Huh. So a bit of exploration, and I guess the Iron Hand, and then talking to the guild lady. And then I guess we should do companions after that. Yeah, we do got some exploring still to do, technically. So we can ignore that. No other quest markers, there's that. We'll worry about that a little later. We pretty much explored everything, other than, you know, invading people's personal homes. So I guess we can go to the gate and search down here and see what's what, because this, the Steel Watch. So we'll head over there. That'll be the next bit. And then between episodes, I'll clean things up and get companions swapped out so we can do other things.
No matter what the math says.
Amicus Animalis.
Messenger Rat, what are you doing down here?
There's creeps in cloaks creeping around down in the sewers.
Okay, we're done with the sewers, pal.
Stand on your liver!
The hell?
It is stand and deliver, little fig. Though I think I like yours better. You bellow like a true berserker.
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones. So you can pass.
What?
I'm not a little girl. I'm a warrior.
Even I could have told you. This was a silly thing to say.
Now pass.
Okay. Okay. Alarathan residence. Do I know this person?
Alarathan
Oi!
residence.
Stop a moment. Commander, you're in trouble.
What? What? What is going on?
Yes?
No comments about what just happened?
What? Minsk has the itch that only a butt can scratch. A kicked butt.
Okay, let's get inside. Oh, you're back.
It is sta-
Oh, you're gonna loop it?
Commander said
What did I stumble into?
Oh, Malor's
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
Oh, this is her home? I keep being reminded to come and visit here, but I never really knew where it was. Cast a glance at Minsk. No, he would never.
She always brings the smartest people home, too.
Enough, Ryan. I taught you better manners than that.
No, you didn't.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained? In all this time she's been away? 7.
And surrounded by enemies, every word counts. Be grateful she sent any at all.
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you?
I really don't like this bitch.
Her, so tell me, are we all doomed?
Girl. So at this point, you just kind of didn't believe Jaheira? Is that why you're kind of being a stubborn bitch? Like, what? Why? Oh, I do not like this lady. I no. Come on.
Ugh, the one stern parent is quite enough, thank you very much.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
So old!
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family.
No, it's not.
Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
What the fuck was that about?
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Okay, so I guess that confirms adoption for everyone, even with Rion.
I believe the phrase she preferred was, the fouler the fertilizer, the fairer the flower.
Oh, so you do listen?
I've only ever seen her truly angry once. We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual, yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
I see. I like Jord so far. He's good. He's fine.
Something over there.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I'll tend the sanctuary till the real druid is ready to return. Make sure that happens, eh? I'm still just an apprentice.
Oh. Citizens of the city were stunned to find a local landmark absent when the sun rose over the Wide this morning. The beloved ranger, a statue dedicated to a hero of this city, was removed from its perch overnight, with reports of a struggle and sounds of battle during the dark hours. The City Watch had no comment to add, but the market square told a clear tale of smashed cobblestones, scorched tilings, and blood-speckled stalls. Whatever force wrested the ranger from his perch, he did not go quietly. Well, he's right here. Final warning. Mr. Printed beneath the burning emblem of the Flaming Fist, deep quill slashes indicate a certain level of irritation on the part of the rider. Residents of Elatharan House, I will remind you once again that the guardianship of the lower city falls exclusively to the Flaming Fist, with additional support from the new Steel Watch. We do not require the assistance of any private citizens in the settling of street disputes, no matter how extreme those citizens deem the Watch's response to be. Jord, we've been happy to overlook your mother's association with a certain illegal organization due to your family's service to the city. Do not make us regret it. Rion, if you're so keen to bust a few skulls, then you are welcome to re-enlist. Signed, Manip Rigus, Bloomridge Garrison. Yeah, I guess Rion does have the disposition for a fist.
I'll give it a shot.
Disappearances in the city. Hi, Hopper. It seems the last reports were over hasty. Our investigations into the recent spate of disappearances across the city have led to the reemergence of the subject in almost every case. We're chasing down those last few and following up the rumors of strange shadows in the sky at night. Perhaps we can hope it's just a case of some overactive imaginations. Beneath the report, notes in another hand take over. No coincidences, absences connected. And why return now? Pins. Oh, that thing. Is that what we noticed? Pin. Guess this episode we're just gonna explore this house. Pin slot. What goes in? What? Jaheira. I will of course be happy to look in on the children in your absence, though I'd remind you that Rion and Jord are now twice my height, and all too happy to remind me of it. Whatever business you're off on, take care. If the children take into their heads to go hurrying off to help, I won't be able to stop them, nor will I try to. Theodore.
Yes. I have given you much reason to think that Harper's hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice?
That's understandable. Just afraid of Rion.
Well, if fool I be, then at least I'm in good company. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Rion turn her ire on us both.
I know a certain someone that really reminds me a lot of Jaheira, and I love it. Okay, so let's explore more of this house. There's something that's going to go in that pen slot. Baguettes, white bread. What else did you notice? Unsent sending. A short note marked up as a professional sending. A magical message of up to 25 words intended to find the recipient wherever they might be. This copy was never given over to a cleric for delivery. No, I don't know what to do. So come back and tell me, or I'll come find you. Death will not protect you, idiot. No, I'm not taking my feelings back about Rian. I don't like her.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court?
House Fluffington need no formal announcement.
Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessamine discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
Remember, is Tether a fallen empire? I don't remember.
Well, I'm afraid you won't find us dangling from any of the same branches, Sprout.
So I'm probably not going to read two of these books. Mysterious Moonshay. Moonshay Isles, Archipelago, look, okay. Koname, queen of the swollen muscled giants called Fomarius, found her way to the Moonshay Isles of Oman, along with her loyal kin. She proceeded to conquer Oman. In this author's humble opinion, the continued transgression of the Feywild, such as Koname's incursion into our realm, is a slight upon a rational thinker's pride. The duty should fall to capable individuals to boat or fly, or swim as long as they move, to Oman and any such Fey-infested place, and rebuke this impertinence with great verve and vigor. I said that and I'm reading all of them. Don't swallow the specimen. In the third work, Don't Swallow the Specimen, even if you have just had an overspiced curry and it looks like it might help. Professor Allmunkel Shrewsbury lays out in lingua detail his experience cataloging the many plants and mushrooms he encountered across the mischievous twilight forest of the Feywild. He reports the fact that weave moss, common to the Sword Coast, has its origins in the Feywild, which explains its tendency to germinate near the source of magic on Toil. The properties of the acorn truffle, when carefully inculcated into the alchemy process, can be used for potions that allows the drinker to speak to animals, and many more things besides over the stretch of simply ridiculous 6,000 pages. Okay, now I regret not sticking to the one reading, which is this. A ledger detailing the lineage of the noble families of Tether, abruptly cutting off at a date marked the 10 Black Days of Illins. Looping hand-drawn diagrams pick up below, tracing tenuous connections between names, cramped alongside a note in the same hand. If Jaheira won't trace her roots, then I will. I don't think I know this piece of lore. I know a lot of lore. I don't think I know this one. Okay, so it was a lot of unrest and, difficulties happening in Tether because of the royal family problems, and there was no clear ruler for about 2 decades. Which we can make some assumptions and just leave it at that. Manual underlying study combat forms. Fig has added her own embellishment. Go for the eyes. Backdoor key. Odd the maimed god? Reading like a strange cross between a warped confession and a manifesto, this text was written by a paladin who broke his oath of justice and celibacy to Tyr. Oh no, not my man. After years of devotion, it seems the man grew very sullen with the state of his life. People did not like his religious ardor, not the ardor itself, but the stringency of his tone. Evidently, he got drunk one night in spring and attacked a young woman walking the streets of her own hometown. Ironically, he was gelded by the authorities, ensuring his continued devotion to celibacy, if not justice. Okay. The Forgotten Forest. A dark children's fiction book featuring a host of animal friends helping one another survive a forbidding forest. At just the moment where it seems the villains have the advantage, a childish hand has drawn a cranky old elven woman beating them about the head with a stick. Stunningly rendered doodle of a young elven girl sitting on a throne. Faint Erisa marks indicate that her crown got more jeweled and elaborate with every iteration. Queen Jessim I of Tether, ruling over the lands of... look up. Tether. Okay. Tough-soled shoes. Swarmy boots. So I guess that's it? In terms of just general exploration. I did not click that. Where did you come from? Are you not like movable purely because like the hop is gonna hit the ceiling? I legit just wanted to see if there was something hiding back there.
Very well.
All right, kid.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
Oh, there's a lot here, and they're all accurate.
Really?
Really?
Now, cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
No way. Hold on. No. I have one from the beginning of the game. Like, is it still in my bags or did I stow it back at camp? There it is. Engraved pen. Harper-shaped pen. Okay. I'm curious. Engraved pen. No. It worked. And it recognized it and changed its name. Now we have two of them. Oh, that's neat. So theoretically, if you do some evil things or don't even recruit her, you could still come in here and come do this. Theoretically. Jaheira's basement.
Pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here.
What?
But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
Interesting. Oh, that's on it. Okay. Dang.
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh?
Who are they meant for? This is nice though, I like this. Little sanctuary.
Of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
Oh. Dang, I would love to just hang out here all the time.
Minsk has never been invited.
No.
Every kicked buttock, another step on the path.
Forgot to resummon you after the long rest. Little chunky boy.
In it.
Messenger rats. Postmaster Badger.
Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I'm training new ones.
That explains the rat from earlier.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Okay.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But boss doesn't care about that.
Okay, that has been dealt with. The sea gnomes I am confused by.
There's been killings in a holy place. Sticks of incense and blood.
I think we've already handled that. So I'm gonna guess the middle one for the gnome and the sea has to do with the Umberly Temple, which I keep seeing people like going there, half because there are pretty armor options over there, but we'll worry about that way later.
What's inside?
Why is everyone failing perception check? And Jaheira, this is your home. Why are you failing it? What are we failing to see? Fuck.
Githyanki, but I have never known
Nope.
family the way Jaheira knows it. My so-called cousins are simply spawn hatched from the same clutch. I will never know who laid the egg I hatched from. And until I met Jaheira's family, I never thought to wonder. Well, enough brooding. What did you need?
Githyanki. The word means quite literally Gith's children. Okay. But I've never known my family the way Jaheira knows. Okay. Damn, girl. Even after all of the transformation you did, you're still thinking about just new things.
Tell me, now that you have met Jaheira's children, it is not unpleasant to see her on the rough side of someone's tongue, hmm? No, Boo, you will not tell her. Minsk said nothing. We will not speak of this again.
Jaheira is awesome, but also she has practically been a tired mom since day one. Back in the first games. Ballspawn Saga Part 1. Part 2. Okay. You probably read Part 1 a long time ago, but let's breeze through this. Oh, dang it. A popular novel, thin and cheaply made, dramatizing the events of the Ballspawn crisis. Jaheira appears to have added her own annotations, variously amused and outraged at the more egregious flights of fancy. Okay, so this is a new one from whatever old one we've seen. My dearest wife. Okay. Ballspawn Saga Part 2. Things should be made, dramatized in Ballspawn. Adventures of the Ballspawn in Athkatla after the defeat of Sarawak Ancha. Early chapters have been defaced and some even torn out. Oh yeah, she's been around for a long time. Since you've forbidden the writing of poems, I had to get creative this year. I tracked down a retired Cormyran war wizard with a magical method of transferring mental imagery to parchment. The art is imperfect and perhaps better suited to espionage than name day gifts. With all my love and from a safe distance, Khalid. Beneath the note, a small inked picture of a smiling couple. Their mouths gape far too widely, their joints twisting ever so slightly. but beneath distorted brows, you can just about make out a much younger Jaheira and a bearded man wearing a harper pin. Oh, okay. That got me. That got me. Oh. If y'all never played the first games, Jaheira was married. Another half-elf named Khalid, and he was not an EJ. He was a good guy. He is canonically dead at the start of Shadows of Am by the hand of Irenicus, mutilated beyond all repair and beyond any resurrections. And I've talked about him before, so I'll leave it at that. Oh, that actually got me. A locked bookcase. It's a door.
Kenai. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. On my word, all you will find inside is dust and the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman.
Jaheira, our friend has put their trust in us. Boo thinks it is only right to return the gesture, no?
You so rarely make a habit of being right, Ranger, that it puts me ill at ease when you are. Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
Am I about to cry again? Oh, wait a minute. So are you gonna like just watch me? What the heck? What? Is that supposed to be a secret, or did that glitch? And is that just supposed to be in the room? Because also you talked about supplies, but like what supplies? Unless that chest is what you're talking about. Harper's organization, his main purpose is the preservation of all things good and right in the world. They outfox evil at every turn with shrewd fighting or cunning political maneuver, and though they are not well organized, how could they be, with many members utterly ignorant of the identity of those they might claim as allies? They are united in purpose and goal. One Harper agent deployed correctly in a conflict often achieves the same results as a loosed army. As much as I would personally gladly serve Harpers, I could not do anything related to subterfuge and spy work as they are known for. I'll do everything else except for that.
Bet I can crack that open.
Right, Jaheira, you're watching me pick lock your own door. I would like it if you would just let me in.
A welcome, Fate. Camp. Are you certain? Very well. I'll keep watch until you call on me.
Okay, I was about to do that and cut that out later, just so I can get Gale to open this and switch them back, but that was new. She hasn't told me that before whenever I've parked her. That was actually pretty nice.
A natural impulse to try and shield one's loved ones from danger, especially when you feel a moral compunction to run headfirst towards it. I suspect any child of Jaheira's will share her self-destructive sense of justice, but at least her words give them pause for thought.
I wasn't expecting more talking from you guys.
With pleasure.
No, I never dreamed our noble Jaheira would be such a terrible, terrible mother.
Well, she's
It's
not.
nice to see heroes are as awful as the rest of us,
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
Don't worry, girl. Things will get better.
graffiti from before. I never thought I'd see it again.
What are you talking about?
Well, I think I was the one who did it. I can recognize my own handwriting. How long ago was this? Years? All the time I spent training, hidden away from the world. I think I must have wanted to leave my mark somewhere. Just to prove I existed. Even to myself.
What are you talking about? What? We pretty much went straight to Jaheira's house after dealing with Orin. What graffiti are you talking about?
Jaheira would do anything to see her family safe. They're lucky to have her, and she's lucky to have them.
I wonder if someone has thought about making a mod to make Jaheira look younger from BG1.
She's wise to keep them secret. Safe. I was never afforded a chance to start a family of my own. Serving nature always had to come first.
Well, depending on who's playing the game, you could have another chance at a family. You know what? Everyone failing perception in this little area, I'm willing to bet there is like a hidden key panel thing somewhere. But, that don't matter. Okay, now we're back to where we were supposed to be. I need to find some more lockpicks.
Time to press ahead.
Okay, Jaheira, what in here is so important? I get the feeling I'm gonna cry again. Rite of the Timeless Body. Is this the druid thing that all archdruids... It's a thing where archdruids, if you get strong enough, you can just increase your lifespan through the power of nature. A confused spread of cryptic symbols cobbled together by the same hand, seemingly over years. Neat notations impose order on the chaotic sketches, describing some manner of druidic ritual, its purpose unclear and its practice incomplete. Did she have a personal struggle on whether she wanted to actually lengthen her life? Because
The timeless body. What's that about? I'd best ask Jaheira.
as a half-elf, she would have a slightly longer lifespan, but also potentially the same lifespan as a human. And in this instance, she is pushing it. Like, yes, she looks older, but like as a half-elf, she really is pushing it. And I guess she may not have done the right. Barrel age collision. Okay, that by itself is gonna make me cry. Holy shit. These are weapons from the first game. Belm. This is a scimitar. And I just realized I haven't found any good scimitars in a very, very long time. But yeah. Faded but still legible, the mark of the Kara-Turin Forge Master adorns the pommel of the six-twisted sword. Light as a robin's wing, quick as a gnomish wit, the weapon has unseen many foes, and will continue to in the correct hands. And this, in addition, gives us other abilities, so we have the original two. Snaring Strike doesn't truly matter too much. We get Whirlwind Attack. But then Perfectly Balanced Strike. Send Belm snaking out with an adder speed, the very exemplar of swiftness embodied in steel. I'm confused as to the bonus action. So that's an additional attack through bonus. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, that's a pretty scimitar. Purple indeed. Staff of the Ram, that's another one from the old games. And thinking about BG1, if you kept Jaheira in your party, you always could play her basically in two ways. Give her a staff to fight that way because she came like that. Or you could turn her into a tank, and because of class restrictions, yes, she could use a shield, but to give her a weapon, it would have to be a scimitar. And Belm always found its way into her hands. Staff of the Ram, once per turn, the blow possibly knocks a foe back 2 meters and stuns them. Yep, that's it. This has no effect on dragons or huge creatures. And then, of course, it has topple, and it is a staff with a good chunk of damage, so you could... Actually, this might work for a monk. Fashioned by some unknown archmage, no identifying insignia is forthcoming. The staff thrums with a slow, ferocious pulse that draws its concussive power from the spiral-horned creatures that gave the weapon its name. Let me give this back to her. Am I blind? Hold on. Why is she not... That is funky. Come on. Did we see a lever?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Oh, I suppose we probably could have cheesed it with a Misty Step. Display case. Khalid's gift. Odd gift. While wearing Khalid's gift, Jaheira cannot be cursed. Khalid's gift aid and gives wisdom +1. A gift from Khalid for Jaheira. Khalid's fate. Girl.
A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
You're gonna make me cry again, Jaheira.
Let me guess, you need something.
Yes, I do. I need to make this right. That's what I need to do. So this one doesn't truly matter. It hasn't really been useful. Have that. You deserve to have that on you. Whether we use 8 or not, it is still a good spell. I don't really use that. Belm, that is very much your weapon that you should... I won't take these from you. Sylvan Scimitar. And then Adamant Scimitar. Huh. 7 to 12, 2 to 7. Damn, all this time later, and the Adamant Scimitar kind of is doo-doo. Okay. Cleave and bleed. We'll leave it like this. Gosh, why haven't we found any other scimitars like this? Alright, girl, these are your things. I will not loot them. I will not sell them. They belong on your person. A timeless body.
The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations.
Can anyone use it? Technically, yes, but it is very druidic, and I will not desecrate what that is supposed to be.
Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake, I just look back on that life's work and I wonder, is it done? The Dead Three plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
Minsk does not understand the question. You will live forever, Jaheira.
Of course I will, Berserker. And you will sprout soft and golden locks from that shining skull. Of course. It is our way. Just as it is Death's way to meet us along the path, gently oblivious to whatever it is we want. I spent most of my life fighting those who tried to escape their end. Gatherick, Irenicus, Sarevok. That is not company I would like to keep. In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. Trapped in that darkness. I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came. And made the question moot. But I kept this. Just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings, or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine, when and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub.
I can add an insult because I'm a drow.
Do not thank me for slinging a weight around your neck. I might start to feel bad. I do mean what I say. But I am also a harper. In every honeyed word, there is a hook. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first. Ask it. Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone. In pain. And far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
Is this gonna be like a role? I recall what you know about Khalid. It is a roll. I'm not gonna get any bonuses. Oh, this is asinine. Alright, there we go. Only one reload. Recall what you know of Khalid.
The
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Baalspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
Bit of an inaccuracy there. The Baalspawn crisis wasn't Sarevok's era. So during Sarevok's era, that was known as the Iron Shortage, and of course, all manner of problems tied to it. The Baalspawn crisis was, you could say, triggered with his death, because there was a war among all Baalspawn for the top spot, and all of the people caught in between, which is the expansion Throne of Baal after Shadows of Am. So that is the Baalspawn crisis. So technically he did help in the crisis. Technically he didn't, just because it was Sarevok, but also it was before all of the fighting.
I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose, most harpers
I didn't skip that.
swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted.
Okay, there was some glitchiness in there. Let's hold on. Tell me something about him no one knows. Most hoppers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was of a quieter sort. I have never known a warrior who would go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose were usually the right ones. And when we were married, on an upturned cot in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much I've never been sure if our vows actually counted. And yes, he stammered a lot in the first game. No, he was not a weak man. That man did have true strength.
Oh, I'm sure time and an aging mind has smoothed out a few of his flaws. But he was a good man. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
That was great. I loved all of that.
Yes?
Okay. This episode has truly gone on long enough. I am very happy that we stumbled into Jaheira's house as the next, I don't know, palate cleanser after fighting Orin. So I'm largely happy how this episode went. I didn't think I would be feeling things, but I am. So without further ado, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Bye-bye.